Welcome to my channel, detailing events throughout the decades. 1966. Texas University killings. On August 1, 1966, Charles Joseph Whitman became known as the Texas Tower Sniper. After killing his mother, Charles went to the University of Texas, in Austin, with a number of firearms. There he began shooting randomly at people. Charles Whitman as a boy was often described as a polite child, who seldom lost his temper. He was extremely intelligent. At the age of 6, he had an IQ of 139. He was encouraged by his parents to do well, and failure resulted in physical discipline from his father. The Whitmans often attended Mass. Whitman Sr. was a collector of firearms, and would teach his sons to shoot. They would regularly go on hunting trips, and Charles became an accomplished marksman. In September 1955, Charles attended St. Anne's High School in West Palm Beach. He was a popular student. After his graduation from high school, Charles enlisted in the United States Marine Corps. He hadn't mentioned this to his family. One evening Charles came home drunk, and his father beat him and threw him into the family swimming pool. Charles told a family friend that this was the catalyst to the tragedy. On July 6, Charles was assigned to an 18-month tour of duty with the Marines at Guantanamo Bay. His family were still unaware he had enlisted. While traveling to Guantanamo, his father learned of his enlistment, and phoned a branch of the federal government, trying to stop his son's enlistment. During his 18-month tour of duty, Charles earned a sharpshooter's badge. On September 15, 1961, Charles entered the mechanical engineering program at the University of Texas. Charles quickly earned a reputation as being a practical joker, but friends noted he had made some very chilling statements. In May 1966, Margaret Whitman announced her decision to divorce Charles's father, because of the continued physical abuse she suffered. Charles was afraid his father would resort to violence towards his mother, as she was getting ready to leave. He contacted a local policeman, and asked if he could remain outside the house while his mother was inside packing. Margaret went to Austin with Charles. Whitman's father hounded them both to return home, which caused severe stress, and Charles was then starting to abuse amphetamines, which led to him having severe headaches. The day before the shooting, Charles went out and brought a pair of binoculars and a knife. Then picked up his wife from her job as a telephone operator and went out for lunch. In February 1962, 20-year-old Charles met Kathleen Frances Leisner. This was his first serious girlfriend. They announced their engagement on July 19, 1962. They had only been seeing each other for 5 months. They were married on August 17, 1962 in Needville, Texas. At 6:45 that evening, Charles began writing his suicide note. In the note he requested an autopsy of his body, to determine if there had been a discernible biological contributory cause for his actions, and increasing severe headaches. He also wrote that he had decided to kill his wife and mother, as he wanted to relieve them of the suffering in the world. Just after midnight on August 1, he drove to his mother's apartment. After he had killed his mother, he placed her body on the bed and covered her with sheets. He then returned home, where he killed his wife while she was sleeping. At 5:45 in the morning, Charles phoned his wife's place of work, to inform them that she would not be that day. At around 11:35 in the morning, Charles went to the University of Texas and told a security guard that he was there delivering equipment. He went to the 28th floor of the UT Tower and began firing from the observation deck. He had brought with him a hunting rifle and other weapons. He killed 14 people and wounded 31 other in the space of 96 minutes. He was then shot dead by Austin police officer, Houston McCoy. The investigations found that Charles had visited several doctors at the university in the year before the shooting. He had been prescribed various medications, and at some point he had been prescribed Valium by Dr. Jan Cockrum. Charles had seen Dr. Maurice Heatley, a psychiatrist at the university, on March 29, 1966. On August 2, an autopsy was conducted on Whitman's body by Dr. Chenna. During the autopsy, a small brain tumor was discovered, but it was concluded that this tumor had no effect on his actions at the time of the shooting. However, Texas Governor John Connally commissioned a task force to examine the findings of the autopsy. Following a 3-hour hearing on August 5, the commission concluded that Dr. Chenna's findings were incorrect. They found that the tumor had features of a glioblastoma multiforme, with widespread areas of necrosis of cells, and this tumor could have contributed to his inability to control his emotions and his actions on that fateful day. Charles Whitman was buried on August 5, 1966 with military honors. His casket was draped with the American flag. However, we must not forget all those who perished on that fateful day, and all those people who were affected. May you not be forgotten. Thank you for watching and learning about events throughout history.